Hello everyone, Lindsay here, and today I just kind of want to make a little vlog talking about one of the books that I've read during summer, and then one of the books that I'm currently reading, and a few books that I picked up that I want to read, hopefully before summer's over. But now that things are getting down to the wire, I have about maybe like a month left of summer vacation. So, but anyway, so let's get into the books. Also, I'm trying to make like a video a day in July, just to, just because I like looking back at, well, what did I do back in July of 2017 or whatever. I like to look back at videos and just to see what's going on and have memories and stuff. So, mainly I feel like a lot of the videos are gonna be like just little like videos of what I did that day, and just like maybe with the background music and like food I ate or people I hung out with, or maybe I went to the park or the beach or the pool, something like that. So it probably won't always be like a vlog with me talking. It'll more just be like, you know, a video log. So we'll see though. But anywho, I don't know if my nose is a little red from today. I went in the pool. My cousin came over with her two kids, with two of her kids, and then my sister came over with my nephew Evan. So we all went and we swam in my pool. So yeah, I feel like I got a little sunburn. Like no matter how much sunblock I put on my face, I feel like I always get like patches of red from that. Anywho, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about some of the book I read, and then the book I'm currently reading, and the books that I want to read before summer's over. So the book that I finished reading at the end, maybe like a week or two ago, was The Time Traveler's Wife. So I think I told you guys a little bit about it in one of my makeup videos, but I just wanted to go back and just discuss more of it now that I finished the whole book. So I've watched the movie before, and then I read the book because I heard people were saying it was really good, and it's different from the movie. So I thought might as well, you know, start with something that's kind of familiar, and then something that I know is going to be good, because I didn't know what book to check out from the library. Sorry, I keep touching my hair. So anywho, that book was good. I was surprised at how much sexual stuff went on, and like how sex was like a big part of the book. I felt like between the relationship, like, yeah, that's a big part of relationships, I feel like, but I just, out of all the books I've read, except for 50 Shades of Grey. 50 Shades of Grey? Yeah. There's not that much of like sex going on in books. So I was pretty surprised by that, because I don't think that much that was like a big role of what was happening in the movie. But you know, I could be wrong. I haven't seen the movie in a while, but that was like one big thing that was like very different. The one thing I did like is that it had more of the times when they got together and met, when he was older and she was younger, and then some of the time when, you know, he met his daughter, and then he came back after, you know, spoiler alert if you don't want any spoilers, but when he came back after he had already died, but his younger self went to the future and saw his daughter, and just a little bit of Claire. Like, I really liked, you know, the whole story overall. And, you know, when it gets to the end, it's just like, feels like it's just gonna be ending, and it's kind of sad, and, you know, and you know what's gonna happen pretty much, and you're still just like not wanting it to happen, and it just kind of makes me sad. And I thought the book would go on a little bit longer after, you know, he passed away and everything, just because I thought we'd get to see, you know, how Claire finally, like, you know, was done grieving for him, and kind of went on with her life. But they didn't do that, so that was a little disappointing. But you know, the story was about him and her, so when he's gone, you know, she's not going to be there any longer either. So I like that. Overall, I would recommend the book. So I don't want to go too far into, you know, the book, because I feel like I'm already at 4 minutes 35 seconds, so I don't want to keep rambling. But overall, I would recommend the book if you're into like romance and like a love story, and you know, you don't mind like some sexual stuff going on, and the whole time travel stuff is not bad. It's good. But yeah, you have to really like concentrate and know what you're reading at the time, because it'll say like what date, what time it is, how old Henry is, how old Claire is in the part. So you have to really pay attention to that. So I think it was okay. I felt a little lost some of the time, but very little. But yeah, I would recommend that book. So if you're looking for a book to read, and even if you've watched the movie already, I would still recommend it, because it's not just like the movie. There are parts that I'm kind of like, why did they not put that in the movie? But you know, they only have so much time, and there's a lot that goes on in a book. So I'd recommend that book. And then now currently what I am reading is the Red Queen, and that is by Victoria Aveyard. Okay, so the Red Queen, and this is a series of books. So I wanted to pick up this book because I wanted to like get a book where it's a series, so then if I like this one, I can go ahead and go into the series and read more. So right now this is a book about, like, there's the people that are pretty much like the average people, they're called the Reds, and then there's people with abilities, and they're called the Silvers. So they have silver blood. The Reds obviously have red blood. So they're pretty much the workers. They are, you know, pushed out into doing all the hard labor and going out to fight the war, and this is about like a young girl. Her name is Mar. I believe it's Mar or Mare, one or the other. So she knows she's going to be going to war to the war to fight, because she's going to be turning 18 and she doesn't have a job. So if you don't have a job, then you have to go to war. So she just really doesn't want to go, but she wants to figure out a way for her not to have to go. And her best friend, Keylorn, I believe that's his name. I don't know how to pronounce it. But he turns 18. He's 18, and he had a job, but the person that he had a job with died. So now he has to go to war, and so she doesn't want him to go. So she just wants to figure out something so then she can get him and her out of this war. And she has 3 brothers that are out to war also. So she wants to figure out a way, but mainly just to get him not to have to go and her not to have to go. So that's kind of how it starts. And then from there, you know, it just starts like tumbling, and she kind of gets wrapped up in this world of the Silvers. And I don't really want to tell you how that happens or anything, because that's going to give away the book. But she gets wrapped up in that world, and so she's trying to, you know, stick up for her community of the Reds, but she's now stuck in this world of all the Silvers, and she kind of has to find her way. So I'm a little over halfway. I'm a little over halfway done with the book, and I like it. It's the chapters are very short. It's a young adult novel. The chapters are very short, and so it goes pretty quickly. So I like that aspect of it. So I don't feel like I'm really reading that many pages, and I don't even realize that I'm actually halfway done with it, and I'm probably be done with it soon, because I feel like there's, you know, I'm learning a lot, but I didn't feel like I was going through the pages that fast. So but I like that book. Seeing how it goes with the rest of it, I feel like I might continue with the series and see how the other books are. But so far, I like the characters. It's interesting. It's different. You know, this feels like after like Twilight and stuff like that. Everything is all about like vampires and werewolves and, you know, different things like that. And this is just kind of like a different world that I haven't really seen. You know, similarities to other books, of course, but it's still a different world and different characters. And so I'm liking it so far. I would recommend it so far. And then you could see from there. And then let me just quickly go over some of the books that I have here. An audiobook also that I want to read before summer's over, and I don't know if I will. So anyways, one of the books that I want to read, that's actually like for me being a teacher, I want to read so then I can get better at teaching, like be a better math teacher for my students. It's Mathematical Mindsets, and this is supposed to be a really good book to it says unleashing students' potential through creative math, inspiring messages, and innovative teaching. So I started to read this before, and my mentor teacher, when I student taught, told me this book was really good, but I want to finish reading it before this upcoming school year. So I feel like I'm like running against the clock because I want to do all these things and I just don't have enough time. Okay, so another book is Shadow and Bone. I don't know if you can see that. Shadow and Bone. So I checked this out from the library, and I want to read this also, so we'll see. And it's also another series, so if I get into it, then I can go ahead and continue reading it. So I don't really know what this one's about. I don't remember, but I don't want to go too much into it because I don't want to spend too much time talking about the books I haven't read yet. But that one I heard one of the ladies at Barnes & Noble talking with another person about different books they should be reading, and that was one of the books she was talking about along with this book. So I wanted to go ahead and pick up some of those books she was recommending. Okay, another one of the books is The Winner's Circle, The Winner's Curse. The Winner's Curse. So that is another book that I heard her recommending, and not too sure what that's all about, but I want to read it also. And then the last thing that I want to listen to, it's on audiobook, so I didn't want to read it, is Binge by Tyler Oakley. So I want to read that one too. So hopefully I can get those done and read before I have to go back to school, or at least started. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this little bit of a review and books that I'm about to be reading video. And if you have any recommendations on any books that you've read or that you want to read that you heard are good, can you leave those in the comments below? And if you also have any recommendations on videos you might want to see, or things you want me to talk about, let me know. I know that my video of the try-on haul of swimsuit and like regular clothes are like my top videos right now, but I don't really have money to go out and buy a lot more clothes right now. So I think I might do like a try-on haul like at the beginning of August or the end of July with like clothes that I buy for school, which will be teacher clothes. So I might do that, but other than that, I'm not really going to be able to make another like try-on haul that's fun with swimsuits and summer clothes, because I just don't have the money for that. And I love watching those videos, so I want to make more, but it's probably not going to happen. So sorry if that's why you subscribed, because I got a whole bunch of new subscribers because of that. But yeah, if you are interested in me making other videos, then let me know. But other than that, it's nice knowing you. So I hope you have a good rest of your day, week, year, summer, whatever, and hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.